Do you find yourself tired of making the same recipes week after week, but you're not sure where to find any relief? Well, I have got you covered. That's exactly what we are going to talk about in today's video. My name is Tiffany, and I am so excited you're here. I help busy millennials who feel overwhelmed in the kitchen learn new skills to create quick, healthy recipes with wine pairings. Check out my link in the description below and follow me on social media for daily tips, tricks, recipes, and inspiration. And while you're there, be sure to download your copy of my weeknight recipe guide to help you start saving time, money, and energy in your kitchen right away today. In today's video, we are going to discuss how one simple product can change the way you cook dinner and savor flavors. And then we will explore how you can use this to create big flavor with little time. And lastly, we will cover how to unlock endless recipe inspiration with this powerful cooking tool. But that's not all. I also have a super simple strategy to help you create the perfect beverage pairing experience with your next adult meal to tantalize your taste buds to a whole new world. So be sure to stick around until the end. Let's get started. So what is this one power tool that can change the way you cook dinner and savor flavors? It is none other than my friend, Mr. Tastebuds. Now this is a small but mighty box that is designed to infuse your dishes with rich, tantalizing flavors. Whether you are a seasoned chef or you are just starting to learn your way around the kitchen, or you're somewhere in between, this was made for you. Now, inside this box, you are going to find an explosion of flavors. There are 3 featured recipes in every single box, plus 3 delicious seasoning mixes that are going to tantalize your taste buds with flavor explosions that you didn't even know existed. Truly an amazing combination inside this box. These blends of herbs, spices, and aromatics cannot be found anywhere else. In fact, in every box, you are going to find a secret surprise that can't even be found in our catalog. It is exclusive to taste bud holders. And trust me, you want to give these a try. Not only do you get exclusive access to them, but you also get to share feedback, and it's up to you and that feedback if it becomes a permanent part of our pantry collection in our next catalog. So super exciting to be a part of that exclusive community. Now, with this versatile cooking companion, it is there to help you whether you are cooking, baking, grilling, roasting, sauteing, slow cooking, pressure cooking, air frying, you name it. This is going to provide you ideas to flavor like you've never done before with meats, veggies, soups, stews, marinades, and even beverages. Now, before we dive in to our December collection to learn how you can create big flavors in little time, I want to hear from you. What is your current biggest struggle when it comes to cooking at home? Drop it in the comments below. I look forward to reading these and learning how we can work together to overcome those struggles so that way you can start spending less time, less money, and less energy cooking at home so you have more of it to enjoy life as you wish. Now, inside every box of Tastebuds, you will find 3 recipes, each with a featured seasoning. But that's not all. You also get additional tips and tricks with each seasoning. So if the one recipe doesn't quite catch your eye, you have got so many other ideas to enjoy that seasoning, as well as exclusive access to additional perks, which we will get into these in just a moment. So the first featured recipe of our December collection is herb and onion mac and cheese. Now, mac and cheese is the ultimate comfort food when it comes to fall and winter. And with these herb and onion flavors, it is bringing that comfort food to a whole new level. Now, if you find yourself with picky eaters, some dietary restrictions or food allergies, guess what? We've taken the guesswork out for you. Every recipe has these easy swaps and change up ideas to help you customize this recipe to fit those needs with your family. So that way it is something that everyone can truly enjoy. So for example, with our herb and onion mac and cheese, if you're looking for a richer dish, you can use beef broth, chicken broth, or stick with the original veggie broth that they recommend. But using beef broth is going to make it even richer and creamier. And if you're looking for a fun twist on the cheese, the recipe calls for some sharp white cheddar and Parmesan, but you can swap that white cheddar for a sharp cheddar or a Gruyere or whatever cheese you just happen to have in your fridge. There is no need to go out and buy a new specialty cheese if you already have one in your fridge that you love and enjoy. Just use that. And if you're looking for a swap for the dry white wine, you can use extra broth or add in some water. The benefit of the wine is it's going to add to that richness and that creaminess. The alcohol content will boil out, so you don't need to worry about that. But water, chicken broth, or some rice wine are excellent substitutes for that dry white wine. And to boost the protein, you can add in some shredded chicken, shredded turkey, or some meatballs. Now, our next big flavor, little time featured recipe is salt and vinegar wings. And this features our salt and vinegar seasoning. Now, with this recipe, it's going to call for chicken wings, but you can use the wingettes, you can use the chicken drums, you can use leg quarter pieces. All of those are going to work with this recipe. And if you're looking for boneless option, that is another great option. I know not everyone enjoys gnawing on those bones, so boneless is another great way to swap out with these salt and vinegar wings. Now, it does recommend serving with some pieces of broccoli. If broccoli is not your thing or not your child's thing, you can swap that out for cauliflower or sliced potatoes. The salt and vinegar seasoning is delicious on just about every vegetable out there. So be creative and use what vegetables you and your family love and enjoy. And if you find yourself with some leftovers, stick them in the air fryer. It's going to cut the time in half compared to the oven. Plus, it's going to save you energy by using the air fryer instead of the oven. And our last featured recipe in the December collection, which also features an exclusive seasoning that you cannot find anywhere else. That is honey garlic meatballs with our crispy garlic seasoning. Now, those of you that are familiar with Tastebuds may recognize this. This seasoning was in some boxes over the summer. Amazing with chicken wings. And I am so excited to give this meatball recipe a try. So this crispy garlic seasoning has all flavors of Asian cuisine with that extra garlic, that extra crunch, and perfect combination of sweet and spicy. Now with this recipe, if you are not team spicy, just simply cut back on that seasoning and add extra honey, add extra rice vinegar. That is going to sweeten it up and cut back on some of the spice. And if you are looking to save time, which all of us are these days, this is your go-to recipe because you can use pre-made frozen meatballs. If you have the extra time, I encourage you to make your own meatballs. It doesn't take too much extra time and they're going to taste so much better. Plus, you then get to control the ingredients. So you can make those meatballs out of ground beef, ground chicken, ground turkey, or your meat-free alternative ground meat preference. So many options when you are in control of the food that you are serving to your family. Now, with these recipes, as I had said, one of the biggest benefits is endless recipe inspiration. But before we jump into how you can create that endless recipe ideas with this one power tool, I want to remind you to hit the subscribe button because I'm dropping videos like this every week and I would hate for you to miss out on the next one. So with this amazing cooking tool, you are able to unlock endless recipe inspiration through your own exclusive Tastebuds portal. So when you grab your Tastebuds before December 16th, not only do you get access to these exclusive recipes and these 3 seasoning packets. By the way, each seasoning packet includes enough to make 2 to 4 recipes. So more than just the featured recipe in the box. You have got extras and you are going to learn how to use that extra. Each recipe card comes with 4 additional recipe ideas on how to use that extra seasoning. Plus, we have got other ideas and recommendations at the bottom of every card for what protein preferences and what vegetables that seasoning mix is going to go the best with. But that's not all. Inside your Tastebuds portal, you get exclusive access to so many other recipes, like hundreds of recipes with each of these seasonings. So you can take control of your meal plan and come up with recipes that your entire family will enjoy while finding relief from that recipe rut of making these same recipes week after week and hearing your family wondering what's for dinner and you not having an answer or the energy to figure it out. Tastebuds is going to help with that. In addition to that, you also get exclusive discounts. So every month you get access to an add-on marketplace where you get an extra discount on those featured products, and our entire pantry collection is included in that every month. Plus, we will spotlight other products every month. But then, when you get those products, they ship with your next Tastebuds for free. So there's no additional shipping costs, which is one of my favorite parts. Because why pay for shipping if you don't have to? It's all going to come right to your front door so you can start saving time, money, and energy in your kitchen so you have more of that to spend as you wish with the things that are important to you. Now let's keep this momentum going by discovering that super simple wine pairing strategy to go along with these recipes so you can elevate your Tastebuds at your next adult meal to a whole new level. First one, as a general rule, red with red and white with white. So generally speaking, red wine is going to go best with your red meat and your red tomato-based sauces. White wine is going to go better with your white meat and your white creamy garlic-based sauces. But that's not always the case. And that leads us to tip number 2, which is to consider your sides and seasonings. When you are looking for the perfect bottle of wine to go with that meal, you need to look at the meal as a whole, not just at the main course. Your sides and seasonings have a bigger influence on that wine than just the main course. So look at those sides and seasonings. What flavors do you have? What seasonings are you using? And consider that with your wine pairing. Now, red wines are typically going to go better with those savory dishes. White wines are going to go better with the sweeter dishes, especially when it comes to your Asian cuisine. And that brings us to tip number 3, which is sweet likes heat. So with those spicy dishes, specifically the crispy garlic that is in this month's Tastebuds, you want a sweet wine, either red or white, to go along with that dish. The sweet wine is actually going to cut back on the spiciness and bring out other flavors of the food that you may have not even known existed. But if you're looking to accent the spice, then grab yourself a dry wine and it will do just that. But remember, I warned you. Now, if you are ready to become the wine pairing guru in your social circle, check out the link in the description to download your copy of my basic food and wine pairing guide so you can start to elevate your taste buds and your meals one dish at a time.